I have no idea what's going on with it now. It says I'm live, so I guess I'm live. I don't know why that's all big like that. It wasn't doing that a while ago. Let me see if I can touch something on here and make it better. Retouch on. Mute. Hide live video. Retouch. Create highlight. I don't know what's going on with it. If anybody's here, I'm not seeing it. It says I'm live and it shows one person. And I don't like the way the screen's doing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Let me look at it. Okay. I don't like the way that looks. Let me see if this does anything to it. Chat filter, community moderation. Okay. Flip, mute, hide live, retouch, create highlight, green screen lighting, close. Let's get rid of that. Microphone off. I'm not able to see if somebody's, I can't see y'all's messages. Orientation is locked. Rotate device. I don't know what to do. Hold on, I'm going to go out and come back in. All right, now it says I'm live again, so I guess, okay, it's showing that I'm live. It says I'm live, and it says one person watching. There's comments coming up over here, but guess what? They're sideways. So I cannot read what anybody's saying to me. I put my glasses on for that reason, so that I could watch the screen and hopefully read what people were saying, but I'm not going to be able to do it. The only way I can do it is if I go like this. It says, I see you. Hi there. I can't stay. I just want to say hello. I will catch you later. How are you? Haha, you're sideways. Sideways. Hello from Indonesia. All right. Orientation is locked. Okay, I don't know what to do. I don't have anybody here to help me with this. And if I have to turn it sideways to read the questions, that's going to be a messed up deal. Let me see if I can get it to come over here. I might have to turn it up this direction. I don't really want to do it that way. Like this. I might have to turn it up like this. This ain't going to work if I do it like that. This thing that I've got here, orientation is locked, rotate device back. Let me see what that does. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. I'm trying to rotate my camera. No, that ain't what we want. That's showing the back side. I'm trying to figure this out. All right. The thing about it is, I can set it like this, and it can have me facing the right direction, but I cannot read y'all's comments. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I bring my other tripod over here and rotate it side up and down long ways, then I can read y'all's comments. I guess I'm going to have to do that. For some reason, this phone isn't giving me what I want, so hang on while I do that. It'll be just a minute, you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to get this working. This tripod here, I can rotate my phone like this. But now I have to find out where you guys are at. Okay, now that's better. Now I know that recording like this, there's gonna be black lines on the outside. I realize that. But if I use this camera, which I'm lowering it down, so that I can read y'all's comments. Okay. All right, I'm in my seat. Is there black lines on beside me? Is there black lines out to the side? It says, hi from Avery Phillips. Sending hi. Okay, I think I got it set right. If there's black lines there, y'all are gonna have to excuse that. I don't do lives often enough to really know how to use my camera, and this is the new phone that I've not used before. I think I used it on my last live, but that was because I wanted it to go in the long direction, and now I've got it like that. Up top it shows I've got 9 people watching, and I've got 2 thumbs ups. So I can read your comments at least. Marissa Andrade says hi. And Doing My Own Thing says I'm good. So no black lines? Is that what you're telling me? No black lines? You know what? I could read the comments better without my glasses on. But all right, so here we are. This is the first live that I've done in a while, and I just decided this afternoon. I had a video planned that I was going to do today. It was going to be another one of my decluttering videos. Let me see if I can get you guys to go this way a little bit more, because I'm still working on decluttering my house, and I had planned to do another decluttering video, and then on the spur of the moment I decided to do this one, and finally got it straight. At least you can see me and hear me now. It may not be the best quality of a video. I wish I could get myself more centered. Let me turn this, see if that helps. That's a little bit better. The only thing I don't like about this, I have to sit still in my recliner. It's a rocker. I cannot put my feet up. And if I move my hand like this, it causes me to rock. But here I am. Now, I'm not feeling really good right now. I went to town today because I had to pay my Wi-Fi bill, and I went by the Dollar Tree to pick up some pineapples because they're cheaper there than they are at Walmart. And I was looking for 2 of those dish pans like you wash your dishes with, and they didn't have any. I know the ones that I've got in my kitchen right now, I bought those there at the Dollar Tree, and that's what I was hoping to find. I guess I'm going to have to pick 2 of them up at a Walmart, because the 2 that I've got in there now, they don't have any holes in them. They don't leak or anything, but they're getting pretty stained up. So I thought I could get rid of them and maybe put them out on the porch and put some potting soil in them and use to plant flowers or something like that in them. And then I went by, after I left the Dollar Tree, I went by the store to pay my Wi-Fi. And that's where I got sick. I went in, there was another customer being waited on. So I went in and I sat down and can y'all hear me? Okay. And is my voice showing up? Because I feel like I'm talking to myself because I'm not really getting any comments. If y'all can hear me, let me know if there is a voice, if there's audio. I don't know, maybe there's something on. I'm afraid to touch anything. There's a microphone up here and it's not turned off, it looks like. So I guess that you're able to hear me. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, good. Now I'll finish telling you what happened. So I went in there and I sat down because I knew these people were buying a phone. I figured it was going to be at least an hour before they got out of there. And I started getting an indigestion rumble. I knew what that meant, because I've had this before. And so I got up and started looking around. The desk was over here and there was a wall behind him with a long hallway and there were some doors. So I thought, well, maybe I'll find a bathroom in there that's open. And if I do, I'm just going to go in there and use it. I did not want to ask them if they had a public bathroom, because if they'd said, no, we've got one, but we can't let you use it, and then I left, they would know why I was leaving. And I was too embarrassed to let that happen. Let me see what it says. Yes, I can hear you. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, such a great band. This message is help for review. Okay, well, all right. I don't know what that is. It says view the message. I'm going to press it and see what happens. Okay. Well, thank you. Says another moderator took care of it, but there's somebody left a dirty comment. If you don't want to come on my channel and watch an old woman talk and then just leave. Why did you even come on? If you clicked on here and you seen there was an old woman, click off if you don't want to see me. Why would you hang around and leave an offensive message like that? But anyway, I couldn't find a bathroom in there. So I just went ahead and left and went down the road to Taco Bell because I knew that I was going to have to. There's another message. I'm not even going to open those up because I know those are going to be vulgar messages. I went on down to Taco Bell and I went in. And the reason I picked Taco Bell, out of all the businesses up and down that road, I knew their bathrooms was right up in the front. As soon as you open the door and walk in, you turn right and go down a hallway, and there's the restrooms. You don't have to walk through the store past the dining area or the customers or anything. You can just get in there and do it. So I went in there and I did what I had to do, and then I went back down there. Well, what had ended up happening, I actually spent an hour and a half sitting at that AT&T place to try to pay my Wi-Fi bill. And I wanted to leave and go home, but I thought, no, if I leave and go home, I'm going to have to get dressed and get back out again tomorrow. And their store don't open till 11 o'clock in the morning, I thought. I looked at the sign on the door when I left, and it actually opens up at 10. But I thought it was 11, so I had to wait around the house all day till 11. Of course, by then I had eaten something, and that's what caused me to have issues with my stomach. It's because I ate before I went. And Jade's fixing to jump up here. She may knock this camera a little bit. She did. All right, let me see what it says. Bad roast. You're fit to win the ugly contest. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know if those comments are directed at me being hateful or what, but that's the only comments I'm getting. But anyway, finally, I thought, well, when I went back the second time, I didn't even go in the store. I knew the store was out there. I'm trying to read the comments and talk too. I knew there was 2 cars parked out there. I knew one of them had to be the employee. That was another thing that bugged me. They only had one person on duty there, and it was during the lunchtime. Maybe there was 2 people and the other one was taking a lunch break. But there was only one person working when I went in there. And anytime you buy a new phone, you know it's going to be at least an hour for them to activate the phone, set it up, get it working and all. And so this time when I went back, I just sat in the parking lot and I thought, well, if that's the customer's car parked beside me, I'll just sit there and wait until they walk out before I go in case I had another issue and I had to leave. So directly the guy came out, his wife did not. And I knew he was in there with his wife when I went in the first time. And he got in the car and left. And she was in there. So I went ahead and went in. She was getting her, they were actually buying 2 phones. So she was getting hers activated and the husband had already gotten his. Maybe he had to go to work. I don't know, but he had to come back and get her. So I went in. I told him, I said, I need to pay my Wi-Fi bill. I tried to pay it on the phone, and I couldn't remember my password to get into my account. And the guy had told me if I come to the store and bring my ID in, that I could pay it there. And I asked him, I said, if you take my ID and get all the information, and here's my account number, can you put that in your computer and then next time I can just call up here and pay it? Well, no, they couldn't do that. He said because the card that I was using didn't have that little chip in it. It was one of the old-fashioned cards that you swipe. Their technology doesn't use that. It has to have that micro chip in it in order for them to do that. He said, so you'll probably have to come in each time. So, but I'm not going to do that. The last few times I've paid it, I go to the account and call that number and just get a representative, and I just tell them on the phone, can they use my card and pay the bill, and they do it that way. Of course, then they tell me, you can go to Walmart and pay it, you can go to the store and pay it, or you can pay it online. Well, if I have to go to Walmart or the store, it means I have to get dressed and go out, and I don't like doing that. I don't like going out any more than I have to. Let me see what it says. Shelly Hines. Hello. I see you on there. Okay. Yo-Yo and Shelly. Okay. So the reason I thought I might come on to the live tonight was in case there was people that had questions about anything. Maybe some new subscribers that don't know a lot about me, my lifestyle, might have some questions they wanted to ask me. And I'm really bad about not answering comments like I need to. I don't have a lot of comments. I mean, I've got a pretty good amount of subscribers. Not all of them watch my videos, and a lot of them don't even watch me on regular. Very few leave comments. There's some hearts going up. Thank you for the hearts. But I thought, well, maybe if somebody that's new wants to ask me some questions, they can. I am going to continue doing decluttering videos for a while because I've still got a lot of stuff in this house that I need to downsize. And really what it boils down to is a matter of letting go. I have troubles letting go with stuff. And I've mentioned this before. Part of it is the finance part because I paid money for this stuff. And to sell it or to give it away, I feel like I'm losing something. There's some things that have sentimental value. And I see a lot of videos and stuff where they say, well, take a picture of that item, put it in a photo album, and write down the memories to go along with it, and then get rid of it, sell it or donate it or whatever. let's see. Prophetess Angela Johnson. Hi. And I'm trying to answer comments. I don't want to be rude to anybody that might be leaving me a legit question. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that I need to get rid of. Some of the stuff that I'm using right now, I know in the future, eventually, I will take it out and sell it, get rid of it, give it away, donate it, whatever. I always first try to sell on Facebook Marketplace. And then if I don't have any buyers for it, then I go ahead and box it up and take it to the rescue mission, which is our thrift store, our main thrift store. We do have another one uptown. It's called a flea market. I very rarely go there, but I usually take everything to the rescue mission and donate it there. And I would like to go through my DVDs and get rid of them. I find myself here lately not watching my DVDs as much as I used to. Hey, at the bottom of the screen, Joseph, I think it says. Um, I used to watch DVDs a lot when I didn't have cable or anything like that. I just had a TV with a DVD player. So that's why I have so many, because that was my main source of TV. Now with live streaming and internet, where you can pretty much watch everything on your TV in Fire Sticks, and if you've got a Roku TV, you can watch it like that. I don't watch as many. I may go through them and try to pick out my very, very, very most favorite DVDs, keep those, and then sell the others. Still going through my clothes and shoes. I finished with my bathroom, at least for a little while. Those videos have been uploaded. I will continue to do my cooking videos. I have a lot of yeah, that's a problem with me, Joseph, is I love to collect DVDs. I do have a lot of favorites, but there's still a few favorites out there that I don't have copies of that I would like to get a copy of. But and books. I love to keep books around to read. And sometimes I'll read a book 2 or 3 times. A lot of people are like, well, if you read it once, why do you want to read it again? I don't know. And I'm not the only person that does that. How many of you guys out there that read books, read them more than once? I know I do that. Is a favorite book of mine. I'll read it more than one time. And I do still buy more books, even though I'm getting rid of a lot of them. I've completely went through all my cookbooks, recipe books. I'm done with those. The ones that I've got in here right now, I'm going through them, finding the recipes that I want to keep, and I'm making a photo of them on my phone till I can copy them down in my notebook. And then that's the recipes that I'm going to keep. I got another dog up here. Both of them are up here now. What's wrong with you? What do you want? Ginger just got up here. She sounds like she's a little congested in her chest. She snores a lot when she sleeps too. I think she's got sleep apnea. She snores. Has it got a little congested in your chest? Is that what it is? Is it? But for anybody that's wondering, I am a senior lady who has 2 dogs and no children, and nobody lives with me. I don't have any roommates or boyfriends or anything like that. Just these 2 dogs and me. I do still drive. I don't own my home. I live in a rental, not Section H or public housing or anything like that. This is a privately owned house that a friend owns and rents to me. And I've been here for 7 years, I guess. 7 or 8 years. I have to look and see. I think 7. And I used to take care of my own yard work, mowing and trimming and pruning, but I have a nephew now who comes and does that. Let me see. There's another question. All 5 purges and the stand score. I don't know what that means. Me too, and I bought more at Cargo Largo. I have a lot of VHS tapes. I collect them. I used to have, that's what I started with, was VHS. Then when they come out with the DVDs and the Blu-rays, I switched over to that. And okay, I think I'm caught up on the comments. But anyway, that's about me. I come from a family of 9 brothers and sisters. Both my parents and my grandparents are deceased. I have one brother who's passed away. The rest of us are still here. I am the second oldest. I have one sister older than me. All my other siblings are younger than I am. I like to sew. I make my own patterns and I make clothes. I make a lot of things for my home. I used to make curtains for the windows and curtains to put around sinks, vanities when you have those. I lived in a lot of old units through the years where they had that sink. It was a square sink, but it had those 4 little metal aluminum legs on it to hold it up, and I used to make a skirt that wrapped around the sink to cover that up. I've made pillows. I've made purses. About the only thing I haven't made was shoes. Of course, I've knitted shoes. I've crocheted shoes and knitted them. But I love to sew. I like to crochet. I knit. I paint. I draw. I'm not real good at any of those. My main thing that I do now is sewing. I used to draw a lot when I was younger, and I was fairly decent at that and painting. I loved to do that. When I was a kid, I loved to do that, paint by number. They just don't really make that kind of stuff anymore. Last few times I've been to Walmart and looked, I don't think I've seen any paint by numbers. Let me see what I got on the chat. Gamers, say a cuss word. Well, if that's intended for me, it's not going to happen. I love you, family. Have you watched Hocus Pocus? Doing my own thing. I own Hocus Pocus. Great movie. Okay. And I used to like to decorate the outside of my house, up and down my porch railings, and put those little light up light. This is when the Dollar Tree really was $1, and they sold them little battery operated lights for all the holidays. I used to wrap them around my porch handles and put artificial flowers and stuff out there for Easter. I'd hang the little bunnies and eggs all around out there. I very rarely do that anymore. I decorated for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and always for Christmas, but I hardly don't do any of that stuff anymore. I can't spend the night. Hi. Kim Brooks do stuff. Okay. Hi. Ricky and Maggie. Can I come spend the night? And then there's another message that's been hidden. And that's probably because it was a dirty message. I don't understand that. Why do these trolls, as we call them on YouTube, want to come on somebody's channel that's not bothering anybody, somebody you don't even know, and leave nasty, hateful comments, nasty words in them, and bash that person? These people don't even know me, and they're coming on here. I wished I had some way of putting a moderator on my the channel so those comments could be completely gone. Let's see. Good evening, Coupon Panda. Okay, I remember Coupon Panda. And I think I have you on my subscription. I haven't been to your channel for a while. Grandma Moses, is that you? Ha ha ha. Did you say you were single, Vicky? Ha ha ha. You did say you. Oh, well, yeah, I did. I did say that. I'm divorced. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. I'm not looking for a relationship. So if anybody's coming on my channel thinking that, you might as well click off because I'm not looking. I'm at the age now where I have very few years left in my life and probably will end up living them alone. And I have friends. I have guy friends, that I could talk to on the phone and stuff, but I'm not dating anybody. I'm not looking for anybody. Let me see what it says. You can put a moderator. Click the person's name you want to have as a moderator. I'm getting a bunch of messages that are being held for review. And that's the first time I've ever seen that in a chat feed. But the first time that clicked up like that and I clicked on it to view the message, now I don't know if you guys were able to see it or not. You can let me know if you did. But it was a nasty message. So, too funny, Ricky. Ricky used to be my ex-husband. That was my husband's name. My ex-husband was Ricky. I was trying to tell if there's more stuff on my channel. A lot of the decluttering that I'm doing is because I am a senior person, and there's a thing we call aging in place, and you get your home to a level of comfort to where you can navigate and be around in it without tripping or getting hung up on something or falling. You can locate things. You don't put things away and you have to dig through and try to find stuff. You eliminate a lot of stuff that you don't use and just keep the items that you need the most. That's basically why I'm doing it all. I seen a thing once on Facebook. I think it said like 3 stages of life. Buying stuff, getting stuff, buying stuff, collecting stuff, and then selling and getting rid of stuff. And that's basically what it amounts to. When you're young and coming up through the years, you accumulate stuff for your home. You buy a lot of extra things. Maybe if you've got children growing up, you need a lot of extra towels and sheets and beds and stuff. So you buy all that stuff and you collect it through the years. Then when you become an empty nester and it's just you and your husband, you have no need for all that stuff. So you end up donating it, selling it, getting rid of it for just you and your husband. Then when your husband or your wife passes away and it's just you downsize even more because it's just you. So you, like when your husband was alive, you kept the tools that he might use, hammers and saws and ladders and stuff that he might have benefited from. But then when he passes away and it's just you get rid of those things because you no longer need them. And it kind of goes through that stage. That's the point where I'm at. Let me see, there's some more messages. People just want to make people mad. Trolls are ignorant. I agree with you on that. I don't understand it. I don't know why trolls have to be around. And I mean, do they actually get pleasure? Like, type this. And once they type send, they're so happy because they sent you a horrible, nasty message. It doesn't really bother me. If somebody wants to come on my channel, on my regular videos, and leave me a comment like that, because you know what? That's interacting with me, and YouTube algorithm knows not the difference between a good comment and a bad comment, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. For those of you who are watchers and don't create, content like I do and other YouTubers, there's a thing on YouTube called an algorithm that decides what videos are worthy of promoting, pushing out there. And YouTube takes all of that stuff into consideration. And if they see that happening, they think, wow, and they promote it. So like, here's the thing. I'm going to give some clues right now to people who are watchers and not creators. If you have a particular channel that you enjoy watching and you want to help support that person or those people and not sending money, you don't have to send me money. You don't have to send them money. Here's what all you need to do. Go to their channel and subscribe to it. That helps right there. When you watch a video, leave it a thumbs up. That helps. Watch the video for at least 5 to 10 minutes, depending on if it's a 10, 20, 30-minute video, or watch it completely through. That helps. Leave a comment. That helps. And share the video with other people. That'll help. All those things you can do. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and you will help that channel, because YouTube sees that happening and they say, well, look at this channel. They've only had this for 6 months and already they've got 1,000 subscribers on there and people are leaving thumbs up in every video and comments. This must be a really good creator. And YouTube puts commercials or videos, advertising on our videos to make money for the advertiser and for YouTube. So they say, wow, this person is doing great. So we're going to promote that video out to more people to watch it, because the more people that watch it, the more ads we can put on it and we can make money. YouTube likes to make money. That's how they make it. So if you watch the video all the way through, and be sure and hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down if you didn't enjoy the video, that all counts. So that's how you can help a channel. And you don't even have to send them any money. There's more stuff down here. Let me see. I can't see any rude stuff on my end. It does give you watch hours. Yeah, people do need to like and leave comments. There's one down at the bottom here. It's a new person, I think. Wild Water says, hello, what's this channel about? Okay, if you're a new subscriber or just watching this video for the first time, my channel is, well, when I started in the beginning, it was to be a frugal channel to help other people who live on Social Security like me. But I branched out into a lot of different areas. I do a few hauls on here, not a whole lot. I do cooking videos. I do driving along videos. I'm just here recently getting into doing decluttering, and I take you in a certain area of my house and show you as I go through my things and decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to sell, throw away, give away, whatever. And did Charlie Sheen pass away? You like dogs. Wildflower. Your cooking videos are good. I love cleaning videos. I have did a few cleaning videos. I don't have very good luck with cleaning videos though, because it's just me. I don't make a lot of mess to pick up. I see some where they have children and they're constantly picking toys up and stuff off the floor. The only thing I have like mess in the floor is from these two dogs. They scatter their toys out, rip them open, and the cotton goes around. But I have done cleaning videos where I wash my clothes, and I take you back to my washing machine, show you how I'm putting them in, put them in the dryer. I do folding of them and putting them away. I show you washing the dishes and sweeping and mopping my floor. That's pretty much the extent of it. This house is not that big, and it's cluttered. It doesn't get really like messy where I do deep cleaning videos. And I do Tuesday trash talk where I take trash, the items from that I've used in cooking. I save them if it's a new product that I've not used, and I review it, tell you if I liked it or not, if I think I'm going to buy it again. Let's see. If so, what is their names? As far as I know, Cinnabunny. Hello, hi. Said hi. If you're wanting to know about my dogs, I miss that. I was running my mouth. I have two dogs. I have a Chihuahua and a Doxy, and their names are Jade, which Jade is an acronym that stands for just a dog enough. That's how Jade got her name. The other dog is a rescue, and she already had her name. Her name is Ginger Lee, I think, or Ginger Rogers. I think that's what they told me. And she had that name when I got her, so I just kept her with that name. Jade is about 8 years old, and Ginger is 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 years old now. Let's see, what do we got going on? Okay, same question. I'm trying to make sure I try to look at any comments if anybody asks me any questions. And those of you might have seen in my video where I had my garden out on the front steps. I was trying to have a little, I've seen people grow stuff in buckets. So I wanted to have a bucket garden. And evidently I wasn't a very good green thumb person, didn't take care of them like I should. I don't know. Maybe they grew up too tall and got root bound, in the bottom, and it killed them because I didn't get anything off them. I did manage to pull a few green onions. I got those. Hold on, I got a comment I got to read. What's that? 2 dogs. One is a lab pit bull mix named Lily, who is 2 years old, and a 6-month-old Great Pyrenees named Coda, and 1 chicken, a hen named Pumpkin. I love chickens. If you ever watch my cooking videos, you'll notice my kitchen is decked out in chickens. I used to have chickens. I was a backyard chicken farmer. I think the most I had at one time was 6. But I had kept 3 at all times. I always had at least 3. And they were pets, but I also had them because of the eggs. Because, an egg a day was just enough for me. And I'm thinking about getting a bird, a parakeet. I don't know that it'll happen or not, because Jade is extremely jealous of any other thing in this house besides her. She's been a single dog by herself here for so long, and she doesn't want to share me with anybody else. Let's see what else we got. Random Flames. Hey, my chicken thinks she is a dog. She sleeps. Oh, that's cute. Eats the dog's foods, lays her eggs around the dogs because she knows they will. That's so cute. I've never heard of a dog getting along with a chicken or a chicken getting along with the dog. So that's amazing. Now, I have seen videos of people that had parakeets, and the parakeet would get on the top of a kitty cat. It was okay with it. But yeah, Jade's pretty jealous. She's been around, like I said, Ginger for 2 or 3 years, and she still don't like her. There's a lot of jealousy, especially when it comes to food. What's that called? Food aggression. I have to stand in there with them when they eat, make sure Jade don't finish first, or she'll attack Ginger and take her food. I've eliminated a lot of that problem because I got Jade one of those those dishes. It's called a slow feeder. That's just got little cracks and bumps in it, and I put her food in that. So she has to really lick and work and dig to get it out. So it takes her longer to eat. But if I give them a treat and Jade finishes hers first and Ginger's still walking around carrying hers like Ginger does a lot of times, Jade will attack her and take it from her if she can get it. See, I'm looking to see if there's a new, no, same comment. So I don't know about getting I was thinking about getting a little parakeet, but I don't know if Jade would tolerate it. She's extremely jealous of me. I've had her since she was a baby. Like I said, the other one was a rescue, and she was supposedly 3 years old when I got her. But Jade I've had since she was a pup. So all her bad habits that she's developed has been because of me and the way I've raised her. Let me see, I got some things in there I got to read. My dad has a blue and gold macaw. Oh, yeah. Beautiful bird. Oh, okay. Ah. Wow, 48 years old. Yeah, they do live a while, those kind of birds. Those are beautiful birds, too. And extremely expensive birds. I would never get one like that. I've had canaries. I've had cockatiels. I've had parrots. I had a yellow Amazon nap. Is that what it's called? Parrot. I had one of those. And I've had lots and lots of parakeets. I've had birds. I've had lots of different pets through my life. At one time, I had 3 horses. I had a pet pig. I've had snakes, lizards, guinea pigs, frogs, turtles, hamsters, bunny rabbits. I've never had a billy goat. I've never had a cow or a sheep. Or a donkey or anything like that. Lots of different dogs over the years. Fish. I've had an aquarium with lots of different fish in it. I like animals. So I've had a lot of animals. Let's see what we got down here. Oh, yeah, okay, I've already read that. I couldn't tell if I had read that comment or not from you about your bird was 48. Yeah, those kind of birds live a long time. Turtles do too. Maybe not so much the little green, red-eared slider turtles, but tortoises, land tortoises, they can live hundreds of years, 150 years old. Let's see what we got here. My mom and dad had a African gray bird. She claimed me as her owner, even though I didn't live with them, but she only was nice. Yeah, the African grays can be a little aggressive. I remember when I was a child growing up, one of my aunts had a minor bird. I was stuck trying to think of the name. I knew it was that little black bird that could talk. They had a pet minor bird. I remember that as a kid. I can't remember if it ever talked or not, but they did have. I just remember because it was a pet bird that was black that did live with them in a cage, and it was called a minor bird. I remember that much. I remember going over to their house and they had that black bird in that cage. Don't remember the name of it or anything else really about it, and my uncle who lived in St. Louis was a security officer, police officer, and he had German Shepherds, several of them, probably anywhere from 7 to 10 dogs on his property at all time. They had kennels out in their backyard. They probably had some kind of special permit from the city to have them. Let's see what we got here. We would. So I got everyone else. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, them birds will pick up the bad habits. My uncle had the dogs for security, when people hired them to patrol their property. I think they took the dogs over and put them inside the stores and stuff and left them and then picked him up in the mornings. I think that's how it went. But I just remember this a child going to his house and staying, and he had police, people call them police dogs. They were German shepherds, but they were trained to be police dogs. He had those. And I do remember when he passed away, they had one, I think his name was King. It might have been Prince or something like that. That was his family pet that stayed inside the house with him and slept beside his bed. And when he passed away, nobody else in the family could really do anything with him because my uncle was the only one that handled him. And they ended up having to have him put to sleep, which was sad. I don't know how old he was. He was probably still a pretty young dog, but they couldn't do anything with him. With Uncle Bill not being there, they ended up having him put down. But yeah, I've had lots of different pets. Never really been scared of a lot of different animals. That might not be such a good thing, because every time I see somebody out walking a dog, I want to pet it. You know how you do. You see a cute dog, you want to pet it. And, you're always supposed to ask them, is it friendly? Can I pet it? And I know if a dog's wearing a vest that says service dog, you're not supposed to approach them. You're not supposed to try to pet them because they're working. You're not even supposed to ask the people, can you pet them? Because they are working dogs. I do know that. So what else can we talk about? I don't know. How long have I been on here? Almost an hour? Yeah, close to an hour. I've got a clock on my phone that I can just barely see up there. But I also have another clock up there behind me that shows that I've been on here almost an hour. Let me see what we got down here. I got one dog on back and there's a dog on my profile picture. We have Cody, a bear. Issues really bad where I live, so having a dog is important. Wildflower, wild water. I'm having trouble seeing. Do you have a channel? A YouTube channel? Because I'll make note of that. If you do, I'll write that down and I'll go over to your channel and look at some of your videos and see. I can see your name up there with a little picture beside it. And then there's a purple crown or something right beside it with a number 3. I don't know what that means. I'll write that down. Because if I don't, I'll forget when I get off of here. Got my YouTube notebook right here. Wild water, it looks like it said. Okay. Let me write that down here. So if you've got a YouTube channel, I'm always looking for interesting people to watch. I like to watch cooking videos and crafting channels where they show making things, especially if they're showing making things from garbage, stuff that you would usually throw away. They're making stuff, useful stuff, not just little piddly trinket stuff. But I do watch a lot of sewing channels for quilting and making stuff. Okay, she's talking to that girl, Coupon Panda. But I watch this one channel where these people travel all the time. And right now they're overseas, just traveling all over. And I like that because they're taking me to places that I'll never get to go. I know in my life, and I'm sitting right here in my chair, but yet I can see the world through their videos by traveling. Oh, that would be a good idea for a video. You might consider that. People love to watch somebody crafting, making things. Me, myself personally, I like to work with tools, power tools. I have a few. I have a jigsaw and a electric drill, which is battery operated. The jigsaw is electrical plug-in, but the drill is battery operated. And I'm I like to build things, make things, around the house. It's helpful. In my bathroom, those that had watched some videos a time back, I had built some shelves up the wall to hold hairspray and decorations and stuff that I have in there. I mean, that's not nothing fancy. All that was just a little elbow bracket that you screw into the wall and put a little, cut a piece of 2x4 the length of that area and put it in there. And then you've got a shelf to put things on. And let's see, this was okay. I'm just checking to make sure. Hi, Shirley Lee. Oh, I like to take pictures. That's another thing. I don't take as many as I used to. There's not a lot of people around me anymore in my life to take a lot of pictures. I do have a lot of photo albums with pictures. That's another thing I need to declutter on. Go through them photo albums and pictures of people that there's some probably in there I don't even know who they are now. And I didn't write it on the back. And if I don't recognize them, I need to throw those pictures away. Pictures I've got duplicates of, ones where their heads is cut off or they're blurry or out of focus. I need to go through them and get rid of all of them. But I like to take pictures. Every year when we had family reunions, I was the one that always brought the camera and took a lot of pictures. I got to read. This is what Dodge is. And the stable side. That's nice. You have that. Hi, just something like. Hi, Shelly Hines. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, you sound like me. 6,000 pictures on your phone. That sounds like me. Coupon Panda, I was going to tell you, I've got a sister that's really, really big into couponing and digital coupons and rebating and stuff. And she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does put her a picture of her items on Facebook and shows you everything she bought that day, how much she spent, and tells you about the coupons that she had and the discounts. And then she tells you what she ended up paying, how much it originally was and what she ended up paying. She gets some pretty good deals. Now, at one time, I was really big into couponing. This was back like probably in the late 70s, early 80s. I was one of those coupon shoppers that took a little plastic case with me to the grocery store with little tabs dividing, and the coupons was in there. And as I grocery shopped, I was digging in there, getting them coupons out. But that was back when postage stamps were not that expensive, and you could get a coupon for 50 cents on an item and go on a day where they doubled it and get $1 off. And then you could get $1 off that item and then cut something off from it to send it in to a rebate company and then have them send you back anywhere from $1 to $5 or whatever in the mail. That's back when postage stamps were like 15, 20 cents, not that expensive. Now we have to pay almost $1 for, let me see. Hey, hi, Carol. Hi. And my daughter is on her way here, but I will watch. Oh, okay. Thank you, Carol. I would save coupons and have people send them to me through the mail and watch for stuff on sale that went with a coupon and also had a rebate. Sometimes you got that item for totally free and the company would end up paying you back because, they would send you a rebate that amounted to the item. Now, Let me see. I used to coupon also. Yeah, mine was back like in the late 70s, early 80s when I coupon. I have a binder with coupons. Yeah, that's what mine was. I had a binder, a notebook, a 3-ring notebook that I used, but I also had that little plastic thing that I actually took to the grocery store, to the cash register, and handed them. There was a book that came out called a refundable bundle that showed you all the products that had refunds going on. And if it was a product that you used, you could buy it and get it free. That reminded me of the thing that I was going to tell you about. Um, for those of you that might shop on Temu, you know about uh, their thing where they give you money back. I can't think what it is on items, but they also will give you money if the product doesn't arrive to you at a certain time. And I had ordered the soap dish that I now have in my bathroom, and I ordered it the same time I ordered my shower chair, which I've done a video on that. I have a little, it's not really a chair, it's a stool that I use in my shower. So I ordered those two items off Temu. And the soap dish, I ordered it, and before they could wrap it up and package it and send it to me, it got sold out. So they sent me a notification that the item that I had ordered had sold out, and they sent me a $5 credit on it. Well, that was good. The item that I ordered was only $1.33. So they gave me a $5 credit. So basically, they gave me the item free plus a little bit of money. Then, you know how they set you up a shipping date of when their items are supposed to arrive at your house? And if you don't get it by that date, they give you another $5 credit. That soap dish did not arrive at the date that they said, so they gave me another $5 credit. They actually gave me $10 credit on that soap dish that was only $1.32. So I actually made a little bit of money there. Now, they don't give it back to you in cash. I mean, they can. You can ask them to put it on your account, however you paid for it, if you use PayPal or whatever kind of different programs they got on there. Or you can ask for credit to their site, and then you can shop for other things and use that money. And that's what I did. In fact, I've still got the $10 in my account. I haven't bought anything since then. I need to read. I'm getting behind. Yeah, I keep saying it now. But they keep saying they'll. That's cute. They're going to always have their grandma to help do their shopping. um, Menards is a lumber company that has rebates. Since often. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I've never been in Menards. Well, I've got 16 likes up there. Shows on the top of the screen, it shows I got 9 people watching and 16 likes. We do have a Menards down in this area, but it's in another town that's about like an hour and 20 minutes away from me, which I don't get up that way anymore to shop very often. I used to go up there about once a month because they have this big, gigantic mall up there. Remember back in the 80s when malls used to be the thing, the it place to shop? Well, they do still have a mall. A lot of the stores have went out of business. They have a lot of empty buildings in there. There's still a few that are still in there. But I very rarely go up there and shop anymore. I used to really enjoy it. But that was when I was younger and I could walk for longer periods. I didn't have bathroom issues like I do now. And I had more money to spend because I was working a 40-hour-a-week job. That's not the case now. There's more questions on there I need to read so far on there. Menards has some nice on it. Oh, now, there's a store here in town that used to be Orscheln's that went out of business and sold out to a company called Bumgarners or Boomgarners or something like Bumgards. I can't even pronounce it. And they have those rebate things too. Every once in a while, they'll mail a flyer out that tells, where you buy this item for $5 and you mail in the rebate and you get it free. Of course, you paying for the stamp to send it off. That costs you. Or they'll have a percentage off, buy one, get one free. And I have taken advantage of a few of those things that they've had. Um, our Ace Hardware store here will send me coupons and little things in there where I get a percentage off. And they send me something every year on my birthday. We have an Ace Hardware here, and they have like a coupon where you can get a key made for free, some little thing like that. If you need keys, I'm trying to see it. Okay, all right. I don't know what them little purple things beside y'all's name means. This one's got a number 1 on it, and that one's got a number 2. I think I heard somebody on one of the other channels say that that's comments, that person's leaving and telling you they're the number 1 commenter or the number 2 commenter. I think that's what it is. But there's a lot of stores in this town that have went out of business, and a lot of new businesses come in, and I just haven't went and checked them out. This town is really bad about getting restaurants. Like, we really need another place to eat. A lot of restaurants come to this town. They're here for a couple of years and they leave, and I've never been to them. I've never ate there. We have one here that's kind of like a knockoff Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a wing place. I've never been inside of it. I like wings, but I just don't have a great desire to go out in public and sit and eat wings, or to go in there and order them and take them home. I can make them here at the house just as good. And we have several Mexican restaurants here that I have never been inside of. I got to look and see. Is that what it means? You were the first one on? I thought that meant that's how many comments you left. I don't know. YouTube's changed so much of their doings, of the way they program their channels and stuff. I do know if you are doing a live and you get extra credit somehow for doing a live. I think somebody told me one time you get double the watch hours. So like if you do a live for 30 minutes, let's say, you get credit for an hour, something like that. I'm not exactly sure how it goes. They changed that up. It used to be too that you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be monetized. And I think somebody told me now that they've changed it to where you only have to have 500 subscribers to get monetized. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. I got to see what it said. Okay. Okay, yeah. I was reading. She was answering somebody else's question about her teaching. When COVID came around, it changed a lot of stuff. You remember when Walmart used to be open 24 hours a day? They never went back to that. At least not in this town. Now, there may be some bigger cities. Their Walmarts may have went back to being open 24 hours. Our Walmart closes at 10. They open at 6 in the morning, they close at 10. They are no longer 24 hours. And I think for the first 2 years after COVID came, they didn't even have their Black Fridays. I think they do have Black Fridays now, but they do it differently than it used to be. If you went to a Black Friday thing, you could put stuff on layaway, and they don't even have a layaway thing in there now. There's some more questions I got to look at. Just reading the comments. Other people are talking to people on there, and they're not talking to me. I'm just reading. I'm just here talking. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm just here talking. Now, I asked my sister um, to try to come tonight and watch this live. I don't know if she's watching it or not. If she is, she's watching it on her TV, and she can't really uh, leave a comment. Now, I did show her how, or not show, but I did tell her how she could do the thumbs on her TV. You know how you click your remote control? You can click up and go over and do a thumbs up on the TV screen of a video you're watching. You can do it on your phone, by clicking that little thumb on your cell phone, but you can also do it on your TV. Now, you can't leave a comment that I know of on the TV screen. Like you can type out on your cell phone, you can leave a comment. And so I hope my sister's here watching tonight. I've got three sisters, I think, that I know of that watch my channel. They don't always leave comments. Sometimes they do if they've got a question to ask. But a lot of my family is not subscribed to my channel. You would honestly think if you was a YouTube creator that your family would be the very first people to subscribe to your channel and to come there and watch your videos. But I have seen people that do YouTube even come on there and do videos, and they tell you, do not tell your family about your YouTube channel. Now, I forget what their understanding was about that, why they tell you don't do that. Just do your channel and the right people will come to you. If you're interested enough and you generate enough popularity, you'll get enough subscribers, right people come, but don't tell your family and friends. And I did. I told my family and friends. I told my cousins and my uncles and all my brothers and sisters and stuff about my channel. And very few of my friends subscribe. The ones that do subscribe, I don't think really watch my videos. And very few members of my family do either. Let me see, there's some more questions. Yeah, a lot of restaurants kind of was forced to, because unless you were considered an essential business, you were closed. And Kim Brooks says hi. And I do stuff. Okay. I think I can go like this and pull the comments back down. But I'm kind of scared to touch a lot of stuff on. Okay, I'm scared to touch a lot of stuff on there because you might turn something off or turn something on that you don't want to. It's been so long since I've done a live, y'all. I mean, those of you that are watching right now, there was a notice come up there from my sister. I don't know if she was telling me she was watching my live on her cell phone. I had my other cell phone out here. I was going to look and see if I could watch the YouTube on there and see what was going on. Watch me and see about my channel on here. Yeah. Oh, there shows me on there. Close. Welcome to live. Swipe up for next stream. Okay. I don't know if she was saying on there that she come on there and oops. See, I just touched something on there that I shouldn't have. All right. All right. I'm going to put that down. I just hate it when I watch people's lives and they're not concentrating on the people. They're off doing other stuff. And then here I am on my other phone. I had that phone charged up and ready tonight because I was thinking maybe I could watch it and see the comments on it easier than I can those up there, which I can. I can see the comments on here. But then I have to look down at this screen, which means I'm taking my eyes off you guys. I have to go like this. Yeah. Okay, I can read my comments on there, so that's cool. Let me put that right like that. Anyway, it's been almost close to almost an hour and a half that we've been on here chatting. I don't know that y'all have learned anything much about me. I don't really know how many people watched, and just a lot of people listen when there's lives on. They don't want to really, type, be on the screens typing stuff. They can be washing dishes or ironing or folding clothes and stuff and listen to somebody talk on a live, and that's good as long as they're here and they've got my channel on, even if it's in the background, me running my mouth talking while they're folding clothes or doing something else, that all counts for me. And like I said before, all the thumbs ups do too. So if you're on here and you haven't hit the thumbs up, I would really appreciate it if you'd go there and do that. Just if you're new, just click on that little thumb and that helps me out too. All that stuff really helps me out on my channel. Um, I've lost a few subscribers since, um, let's see, when was it? Last year at, I think I got monetized in November or December of last year. And I was almost to 6,000. And it's dropped way, way down. I've lost a lot of those. Might have been people come on there for one particular video that they really enjoyed and they subscribed thinking that every video I did was going to be on that same topic, and it wasn't. I might have just did a topic one time and never went back to it and did it again. I know there's a few videos where I've done that. And maybe they thought that they were subscribed to a channel that was going to continue to talk about that, and I didn't. And so now my subscriptions went down to way down below 6,000. But at one time, I was almost up to 6,000. I'm glad for the ones that I've got on here. And I think I'm going to try to talk to maybe another 10 minutes. And then I'll have to sign off here because the battery on this phone is not going to last long enough to really go that far. I'm looking to see. And these two girls here will probably want to go outside one more time before we go night night and do what they do out there in the yard, which is bark. They pretty much go out, and if there's a kitty cat or another dog, they like to bark at it. So that's probably what they'll do. But if you are new here and you're interested in coming back to see what I might be up to, if you don't know when I post, I try to post every other day. Don't always get it done. There's times when I get a little slack on it because I'm not feeling good or I can't really come up with anything, something to talk about. But I try to do it every other day. If you think you might be interested in coming back and watching some of my other videos, my different videos, if you'll subscribe to the channel and ring the bell that tells the notifications, then anytime I do put up a video, you'll get a little pop-up notice on your phone that will tell you I'm the I'm live or I've got a video out, and it'll tell you the title of what the video is. Let's see, today is Wednesday. So that means my next video that I'm supposed to do, if I come through with it, will be on Friday. I won't have one out tomorrow. On Thursdays, I've just recently started doing BookTube Thursday, but I'm not going to do one tomorrow. I'm looking to see. Hi, Dora James. I just seen on here where you had said hey, and so the next one will be on Friday. I'm not sure. It most likely it will be a decluttering video, because that's really what I'm working hard on, is to get things moved out of this house, have a big yard sale, donate, do whatever I can to get my house set up to age in place, which is what I'm working on doing, is aging in place. And y'all, if you come back and watch some of my other videos, you get to know me better, you get to know more about me, and maybe you'll like me. You know, like, remember that time when what was that one actress? I can't even, Sally Fields, I think it was. She got an Oscar. I think it was her that said this. And when she went up there to collect her Oscar and to thank everybody, she said, "You like me. You really like me." So that's what I'm saying. You know, if you come back, if you subscribe to my channel and you come back to watch it, that means you like me. You really like me. Or at least you like me well enough to come back maybe a second time and watch a second video, maybe a cooking video. You see I'm posting a cooking video. I can't really think of it. I usually only post my cooking videos when I'm doing a new recipe, one that I've never made. Now, I do have one that I've made that turned out really good that I'm thinking about doing a video for you guys. It's been a while since I made this, but I know that when I made it last time, it was good. It's a dessert, and it's called Pig Pickin' Cake. And it turns out pretty good. It's a fairly simple recipe to make too. I might do a video on that, but otherwise, unless it's a new recipe that I've never made before, I generally don't do cooking videos on everything. And like I said, I don't do a lot of cleaning videos. It's just hard for me to get enough content together. I could clean and it would be under probably 10 minutes to get it all done. So I don't do a lot of cleaning. Okay, you're gonna go good night. Doing my own thing. I see on here where you're saying good night, so I guess she's getting ready to go to bed, and that's what I'm fixing to do here too in 5 minutes. Thank you for stopping by though, and saying hey. And I guess Carol's left the building because I haven't seen any more comments from her. And she said her daughter was coming here to watch too, but I don't even really know what her daughter's if her daughter's got, you know, what her name would be if she was to leave me a little question up there. I know her daughter's name, but I don't know if she left me a comment, you know, what her name would be, if she's got a different name or she'd use her real name. But I really appreciate everybody that stopped in. And if you would want me to do more of these lives, I'll try. I'm not going to guarantee anything because, like I said, this was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I'll try to do at least one a month. Let's see how it goes. If it goes better and I can figure out more how to work all this stuff on my phone, I might do more. Nobody ever really come on there a while ago and told me, is this image that you're seeing of me, does it have them black bars along the side of it? Because that's what I was trying to get away from. But when I turned my phone on landscape where it's long and skinny, your comments were over on the right hand side and they were sideways where I couldn't read them. Like this, they're showing up down at the bottom of the screen. If I could figure out how to rotate my phone and get my comments to come up vertical, I could do it that way. But I guess if you guys are okay with it like this, at least I know now that I can get that. I can get my phone to go like this, and I can do it. I'll work around touching some of these little symbols that's on there because I'm like I said, I'm scared to touch anything because I'm afraid I'll raise something. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that come. For those of you who are just now getting on here, I'm sorry that you're missing this. I've been on here almost an hour and a half, and I'm fixing to sign off because I've got two little dogs that need to go out in the yard and do their business. And I myself need to wash my face and get out of my street clothes and get into my nightgown and get ready for bed and get ready to start a new day tomorrow. So thank you guys for coming to these live, and thumbs up if you haven't already done it, please. And you'll come back and see us now any old time. Bye for this one.